we ready to get started? Excuse my gruffness this afternoon. Now, I've been thinking about this fireplace. I want it to have some depth, and I want it to go into this other space too. I think I'm gonna make this space into like a living room. Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure that out in a minute. So something kind of like that. We need the fireplace to hang out. Well, let's build the... What does she want? I don't know. We'll start with this side. Great. And that still leaves us a good amount of space for walking, which is excellent. I mean, not like a good... It's perfect. I still really want to know if these planters will work this way. I just did it for aesthetic, but it'd be pretty nice to know. Alright. I am okay with, like, part of the living room. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about the roof. Go back up. Yeah, this is what I've got going on so far. I think I want to not use this shape to start with. Whoops. I forgot that I just had left this going for like all day. So it was already on. Okay. Excuse me. I think this is going to be a more cohesive piece. When I start doing an actual roof or like a second story to this house. But I still want it to be the glass. What did we pick? We picked this one. Alright. I almost need this to be two pieces because the dining room is just a little bit different shape. Alright, this one needs to come in one. Boop. This one needs to come in two. Boop, boop. And then they almost look like they are on the same line, which just happened out of nowhere. I don't have any paint on the walls yet. Okay. So we're going to take the same door frame idea. I think I want to do one on both sides. It's a little bit extra, but Some people's homes are a little bit extra. And then that same doorway for right here, which is going to be a hallway, which might lead to... Oh, put it in the wrong spot. The hallway is going to lead maybe to a back door or... What? Maybe a laundry room. Okay. Did I make this big enough yet to be like a cozy little living space? Oh, and I'm still gonna need stairs to get upstairs. That's what stairs are for getting upstairs. So, let's go a little tiny bit further. And we'll go ahead and... I think I wanted it to be too wide stairway at this. I just keep making this living room bigger and bigger. Eventually it will be the size that will make me happy. Alright. Let's do some stone steps. Because he was the great stone dragon. We want it to be 2. And then we want to loop it. Boop. All the way. And that... can't intersect the spandrels, so let's see what we have going on over here. Maybe I can make this space a little bit wider this way. Which way do I think I want it to go... what? Like that. No, that's a little bit too, like, tucked in. Let's push it back a little bit. And we can bring the whole living room back a little bit. Front door for this house. I want something kind of rustic, but let's do a little bit larger. We don't need it to be super tiny. Everything else is kind of large. I like this with the blue. That's pretty interesting. The same kind of like wood grain though of my friezes. Is that what they're called? They just told me what it was called and I wasn't paying attention. Hello, chat. Okay. How much of this do I want to have a second story? What is your decision on this? Why won't you have a roof? Ah, the ha. There we go. Am I missing? I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I'm just haven't decided yet about this this nook off the dining room. Like, do I want this to be a little hallway? that's what I said I was gonna make it into. And then like a back door. That I'm gonna have to think about a little bit more. Let's put some lights in our living room. Just me rethinking my decision about how big I made the living room, whether it's big enough or not. But let's throw down some furniture and see what we get. Is that a matching color? What is this one? They look super similar. Are they just so similar? That's cool. Now what do we want? I think that we can bring this out even. And do one of these kind of larger ones. Like this guy. Yeah, I really like that. You know, I do tend to like to have like a restroom for the first floor, so maybe that's what we're gonna do over here. And it could still be like a wet room / laundry room. I know it has to be square. I'm so weird. I'm square, it's square, we're all square. I put this pretty far back on the lot. But I think that's gonna work in my advantage when I start building like I definitely made it so I can't really raise it up and still use this window. Oh, well, what do we want the front to kind of look like? I've been doing garages in most of the houses. Maybe we just need a two-car garage that will just make, maybe a one-car. Maybe a pond. Let's pick out some flooring. I want to have a very cabiny vibe. Ah, yeah, yeah. Do I want it to be like actual stone tiles, or do I want it to be textured ground? And I think the answer is an actual path. I'm just having doubts, lots and lots of doubts. But we'll get it. We're definitely going to need a huge tree. Like, why else would this be so far back on the lot? At least one. How do I want to make this work? Fix that here in a second. There we go. Oh yeah, and then I kind of wanted to bring it out one, yes. So they're not going to be... Maybe this should come down further too. No, no, no. I almost like that. It's actually just making me frustrated. She's easily frustrated. No, that's not what I meant to do at all. Not even close to what I was trying to do. Sure, that's fine. I think I want... I'm sorry, my throat is so dry today. Very dry. Let's do some... It doesn't look like it's giving any amount of light. Maybe it's not meant to. It's not dark outside. That's better. Then I can bring this guy back if I wanted to. Well, no thanks. Alright, we want the kitchen to be stone. We need... Whoop, that, boop, beep, blap, bloop. Oh, we're gonna get there. Okay. Like, can I manipulate this wall? Yes. It's like you're doing all of it, whether you like it or not. I don't want to do that whole section like that. That's gonna have to be different. On the other side of the building, we'll do some paneling. Or some siding. Yeah, I didn't want that. See if I can fix that in a second. Like if I just do that. I have not really decided about up here yet, but I do need a wall if I want that to match this. Ooh, what if this was like a little outside space upstairs? That would be super cute. I am not driving with that. Let's keep looking. It's a little bit better. I kind of like that. Privacy wall with bricks. I think that's actually gonna fit. It keeps us a little bit on the, like, someone could fall and die. Unsafe vibes. All right. And then I don't want this part to have a cover. And then we could do like, I'm having a thought. Oh no. Now we're gonna go crazy. We need a nice big door. I'm already like, no. Because what I want to put here is, let's put the plant situation I have on my mind. Like, wouldn't that be super cute? How many can fit here? Just 2 only. Or I could do doot doot and then something in between. Doot doot. We'll put this guy out for a few minutes. See how we feel about that. And then maybe something in between those 2 things. Something tall but not having more than 1 square to it. I'm not mad about all that. That's cute. Alright, and then we'll return to the idea of the door. I haven't really decided on the layout of the upstairs just yet, so that's why I'm doing all of that. We have this coffee table fireplace that I really enjoy. And then let's just make this the coziest little outside sitting area. ottomans are cute. I don't, well, I was just about to say I don't think outside furniture is really what I'm looking for, but maybe I'm having a change of mind. What is your matchy match chair? I don't want orange. I guess I'll take tan. Those are my choices, but I changed my mind. Don't like those choices. Lights that you would have outside. We definitely need a carpet. He's so tiny. That's not what I was expecting at all. Go back to that idea of lights that I mentioned. Yeah, lights, lighting. Okay. What is this one? I really like that. What color do I want to do it in? Blue and green? The next step. We need to grab this guy. Oh, is it taking way more than I'm expecting? It is. We're gonna not do that. We're gonna do something a little bit different. This. And then what way do we want this last roof to be going? Like, not diagonal, because there's not really anything. We could do this guy. That's not too bad. That is a big fireplace. A big chimney? It's a big chimney. Let's make it like a partial wall. Make it just a little bit shorter. And we'll give it some trim. It still kind of looks like a monstrosity, but what are you gonna do? Oh, I don't like that. Should we do a wallpaper, a paint color? Oh no, this bush is twitching through the wall. Twitching. What are my thoughts about this front area? Like when you come into a cozy cabin, what would you usually see? You'd see like a console table for putting keys. Maybe a little chair. Maybe a little sitting area right here. Oh, the heart shapes. I'm just trying to imagine it like... I honestly love these ones that make the great shapes. Wait, stop. Like this guy. That could be so cute right here in this corner. Do I want it in white? Let's do it in green. And then maybe an armoire. Like this guy. Ooh. Okay. This is a fireplace rug, which I think is funny, but let's go for it. Do I want it to go like that and this? I do want to make this look like a berry stain. Are you even gonna be able to see it with this color of the wood? I don't want to make it green. You're not gonna be able to see it. Just a little bit stainy. Nothing to nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. It's just a small amount. Oh, I like that. So here's our rustic kitchen. I did remember how to get things onto these shelves. It's just a pain in the butt. Let's see if we can figure it out. Let's see. Pick something that will be cute on our shelf and see if we can make it happen. What can we test with? Actually, I almost feel like these will just go. They will. After all that, like, fighting I was doing about, like, I can't find anything that will do it. But this is, like, the only thing that will. Proved wrong again. Okay, copy. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. I wish they had, like, cups. Like they have the plates, but you could have little cups. The Forbidden Cereal Bowl. Da-na-na, da-na-na. I do wish you could edit these countertops just a smidge more. It would just make my life happy. I have to have all the control in the world. I like never used this rug before, and I really enjoy the way that these reds and greens like just contrast with everything else I got going on. But let's see if Not that. I want to change this a little bit. Yeah. Formal dining room. I feel like we could be a little bit busy because it's just the two walls and then the rest is just the glass. That is the wallpaper. I was having a moment. A true moment. And again, this is this like hallway that is going to lead to the back door and the restroom laundry room. I think we could pull this paper over into here. I don't think that's what we're going to do for the living space though. Let's just do a paint. Gosh, I want to like that. But at the same time, like, it is so... Reverse. We definitely need some windows over here. Should we do the same kind of jive from this other side? And it is going... No, not all the way to the top. I wish that this pattern rug ones had some better, like, oh, it's like almost. We definitely need some more plantery in this room. Nice. It is a big space, so it needs big pieces. Whoa. So, like, one of the main reasons that I wanted to start streaming is because I've recently realized that I've been, like, super pushing myself way more than anybody really needs to. And it got myself in this really terrible burnout situation. All that to say that I'm getting tired already. And that's normal, that I get tired so easy. So we're probably not going to go too much longer on this build for tonight. I think it's coming out really nice though. I think I just like never really looked at these before. Ah, ginormous. Cool. I want to look for a window. Oh, you see well, are this the same size? I want one that's a little bit, oh yeah, I'm in the right category. I can find one a little bit smaller to go in this alcove. That still looks too large. I mean, we can make it matchy match, but it's not like you have the same shape. All right, let's do a tour of what we have so far, and then I think we're going to be finishing up. So, it's going to have a really long front yard. We're going to have to put some hopscotch. Oh, these are like way too low. Oh my. Now I'm just like, what is happening? Easily distracted. How am I going to make this light look better now? Did I get distracted again? Because I was like, we're going to do a tour, and then zoned out. All right. Let's get some symmetry. Front door, Chikao. Front entrance. We could probably pull this a little bit more this way and put a console table behind that spot where we can put some more clutter later. Like this guy. And then maybe even a standing lamp over here. Not that one. That is too busy. I like how my tour, quote unquote, becomes just more going go, 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 go. But that's when I have more of the ideas. I don't like that diagonal. What kind of clutter are we gonna find on the table? Oh, excuse me. Legal case files. Unassuming and not confidential paperwork. Box of files. Now what I've got in my mind is magazines. I'm not finding magazines, I'm finding some different things, but not that. The Forbidden Cereal Bowl. But this could be a nice addition to this right here. The beams and the lights are really making it hard to look at the little details. Yeah, just like light that fire right next to that painting in these books. That's perfect. That's how I keep fire in my house. I don't know about you guys. Oh no, my puppy's having a bad dream. Should we have a little wishing well and then Snow White can come and say, I am wishing for the one I love to find me. Somewhere in here I was going to put nectar shelves, but I don't. Well, I can put them right there. I did leave a space for them when I get to it. Just me being like, we're gonna get finished up, and then like 2 hours later, I will remember that I was getting finished up, okay? It's gonna happen. Ooh, I think I can fit 2 racks in here. You know when you have a keg in your kitchen? Just like on the counter right there. Just have a keg. What else are you gonna do with it? What kind of art do we need in our dining room? What is this? Oh. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's so cheerful. When people come in and say, I think on this side I'm gonna have a radio, a stereo. So we can have a little bit of music ambiance in the dining room. Do we need one of those ding-dong clocks? Ding-dong. So you know what time you're taking your tea? That still leaves some wall space over here. How do you take your tea, governor? All right. I'm legit this time. I'm feeling pretty decent about this for tonight. Oh, look at me changing more things. Just bringing that down a little bit. All right. Probably catch me tomorrow or the next day working on this house some more. I just really loved the inspiration of the like stone and cozy clutter and plants. Cottage kitchen. Perfect. Save and exit. Thanks for joining me here, you guys.